Have you ever wondered how a newspaper is made and delivered to readers' hands by every morning? Let's take an exclusive look at the Beijing News, which is an prestigious journalistic publication in China. Today, I'm going to walk you through the whole process of the publication of a newspaper, from pitching, printing, to delivering. Let's go and have a look.
大家好，我是报纸编辑部的编辑，我叫林野。我日常主要负责我们这一些社会热点，还有一些就是北京的一些新闻的一个编排工作。工作日常我们平常是大概2点上班，那夜里什么时候下班就不一定了。2点上班过来，可能就是要有些选题需要提前介入的，编辑可能就需要去跟记者，还有跟各个部门相关的一些编辑啊、负责人进行对接。早上11点，白班的老师编辑会有一个报题会、编前会，就是把各个部门今天要做的一些选题进行拿到会上来进行交流。然后到了下午4点的时候我们开报题会。就会对今早上安排的一些重点的选题进行一个反馈。基本上很多选题都是，重点的选题当天都能出来。头版相对来说比较麻烦一点，因为头版你也知道，因为日报性质的这个报纸呢，它头版呢就是会根据当天的一些重大的新闻，来进行这个判断。原来我要找一个资料，找一个《新京报》多少年前的资料，我现在可能很难找到，但是我去翻报纸，我可以找到，而且是完完整整的。就是我就喜欢这种感觉。我很享受就是编稿过程中精打细磨。报纸相对来说会是一个非常就是稳定而且十分安全的一个出口。
Editors will make a final check of the contents and layouts around 10 p.m. every night. After that, the digital version of newspapers will be sent to the printing plant, which is the main process step during the newspaper production. About 30,000 of the Beijing News daily papers are produced every day right here. Starting from this magic little office, the digital version will be transferred to aluminum-made templates. These templates are going through special yellow lighting machine and becoming the basis of newspapers. When the template is finished completely, it will be brought over to the pressing machines. The plates are individually put into the press cylinder by hand and ready for print. By strictly controlling the condition of papers, the finished product will fit into complete specifications. Workers frequently take newspapers on the production line and make adjustments, because the press will sometimes result in problems and errors in plates and colors during the printing process. Some details may have to be corrected manually. The papers will be taken, sampled, and adjusted every 500 copies according to regulations. The near-perfect newspapers can be adjusted within 15 minutes based on a certain printing volume. If total numbers of papers are fewer, then the adjusted time will be shorter. The finished newspapers are displayed in retail all over the city of Beijing, where people can find them on all major newsstands and post office. For subscribed readers, the papers are specifically delivered to their home doors. Workers start working at 10 p.m. and finish up at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. The work is non-stop for the whole night.
我是在这个岗位上工作了20年了。新京报应该是2007年来到我们厂，然后那会儿的印量应该挺大的，每袋活应该是在13万份。然后现在呢，通过这个逐年的这个份数应该是逐年递减了，到现在应该是像今天你们看的这也就是3万份了。从上班到现在也是奋斗了这么多年了，然后对这个工厂、对这个报纸印刷行业也是有了很深厚的感情。报纸我觉得应该是不可避免的，就是说不可缺少的。很多这个报纸应该真实性是最强的，因为很多数字媒体的这个像网络的这些东西，有时候有虚假。报纸行业来说，应该是新闻性 一个是时效性、新闻性，应该都是最真实的。
The multimedia section is mainly used for compiling more in-depth stories from various departments of the newspapers through WeChat and Weibo platforms.
是新京报的平台运营部的微博编辑，我们平时工作呢，可能就主要负责新京报微博这块。
Digital media have more dynamic presentations and quicker access to stick with trendy topics. There may be slightly fewer restrictions regarding topic selections. In short, speed and accuracy are the most important steps.
我们这边的频率还是相对而言，就是半小时之内左右都会有1-2条稿子会出来，所以一般我们比如说在发完一条的时候，可能会马上去准备稿。其实整个的工作节奏还是比较快的。当然说就是可能除了你速度要求，可能更多的是准确吧。这对我们来说，就编辑个人来说也是，比较专业的考验。所以这一点也是我们一直要学习的地方。对，希望就能够更加客观去做好这个工作。我自己觉得就是现在整个的速度可能会越来越快，然后所有的人可能都可以作为一个新闻事件的一个见证者什么的，他可能会提供很多的素材。我们在就是采的这种技术门槛会越来越低，但是可能对于每一个像我们做新闻的从业者来说，可能专业的要求也会越来越严格。对，因为可能信息更广泛的时候，怎么能在混乱的信息当中去找到一个真实的报道。
Will traditional newspapers disappear in the future? Over the years, it has become increasingly difficult for print journalism to fund publications. Many newspapers in Beijing that used to own printed versions have now been suspended. Readers get their news through more dynamic and various platforms via digital media, because it is the most convenient way during this technology-driven era. As reporters, we're always proud to have our stories written out both in ink and on screen, and we believe in a commitment to both print and digital mediums.